Welcome to day 12 of 25 of the Competition Event Staff Summer Challenge. Today is GX Day, which means Guest Experience Technique. True story. Wish I wasn't making it up. A long time ago when I was putting on events, I started sending out surveys, and the survey started saying things consistently in the first quarter of the year that said things like, you sent me your B team. It's clear you didn't send me your A team. And I saw this from studios that were new to us, from teams that were new to us. I saw this from people who have been super loyal, guests who are super loyal to us, and I didn't understand it. I would call them up and I'd say, hey, what makes you say that? And they're like, I don't know, it just felt like your B team. And no one could give me a straight answer on why they believed it was the B team, which there's no such thing. It's a seasonal business, right? We have turnover all the time. Hopefully there's no A team, there's just teams that have consistent training. And so one day I was in Detroit, I remember I was standing at the registration desk just like that. And I heard it. I heard a really well-intended new team member when a studio director walked up to them and asked a question. I can't remember what the question was. I was just standing there hanging out. And the staff member, in all of their excitement, says, I don't know. I'm new here. I can't help you with that. And I was like, there it is. Theater of the mind. Our words are symbols. Our symbols indicate to our guests what their experience is. Now, I'm not upset if someone goes, how long have you worked here? And they go, oh, this is my first show. That's fine. But when walk in, registration desk, first thing, you go, how's it going? Here's my question. I don't know, I'm new here. I don't care how excited they are or how scared they are. But if we don't front load our team with language, with symbols, because language is symbols, then we are leaving theater of the mind to our guests at the mercy of the well-intentions, or sometimes not well-intentions, of your staff. So right now in the comments section, scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not at all, 10 being totally, how important is stellar guest experience at your event to you? Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not important at all, 10 being super duper important. How important is stellar guest experience at your event? Because every single competition and convention that has brought me in to work with either the CEOs and owners or do leadership and guest experience training for their staff craves that their guests, that their parents, that their athletes or their performers and the studio directors or coaches get 10 out of 10 in service. Because you don't want your staff to be you. You just want them to emulate the values. And so you can pick the words or the phrases or the vocabulary or at least the intentions that you want your staff, event staff, to share. So instead of your staff saying, well, I'm new here, or I can't help you with that, or I'm not the person to handle that, which, by the way, I've walked into so many events. I used to travel around, right? There's so many events in a 20-mile radius now that I could just get in a rental car and pop all around. And I would ask questions like, where's this? How does this work? What if I want? And I would just ask questions to understand the competition industry more. Not spying. I would always go up to the owners. I would often call them in advance. And these are the answers I got. And my question for you is, what's your staff answering? Do you know the answer to that? So instead of I'm new here, I can't help you with that, I'm not the person for that, I want you to find the nuanced language of, hey, the best person to help you with that is, right? Using this scenario. You can take any scenario and give it the language you would want to have used, right? The best person to help you with that is the show director, the event director, the convention director, whatever it is. And then they go, oh, wow, this person just wants to make sure I'm getting stellar care. This is what I call a GX constitution. It's things we do or say. It's actionable things that we can say, oh, they did it, they didn't do it. So here's my question for you. To start evolving your training, either right now in real time or in the future, What's the next step you're going to take? Are you going to open up your training document? Are you going to open up your training agenda? Are you going to write yourself a note to go over the top 10 things you want to transmute when the staff says this, you want them to say this instead? Put in the chat section, in the comments section right now, what's your first step? And by the way, Competitive Life Virtual Retreat, August 27th through 29th, 2024, introduces so many of these small nuanced power punches that make seismic shifts at the event. So please, I'd love to host you and your team at the August 27th and 29th event. It's the second time we've done it. Super powerful. I've gotten amazing feedback of competitions literally changing overnight. Well, not overnight, within a season. Some things overnight. So hope to see you there and look forward to reading your comments.